She said my pout record is like 4 days. She's so real.
Sierra loves TV. Yes, I made a theme song so that I can talk about all my favorite shows. Oh yeah. And this is just your disclaimer that this is not me talking about any of the actors themselves, but more so their characters. Please do not attack me in the comments. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, even those who disagree with me. But let's keep it friendly. All right, let's get started with the show.
Okay, so this is going to be another series that we are starting. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, let's be serious. I love this show. I grew up on this show and I was a huge Hannah Montana fan. Like huge. Every single Christmas I would ask for the same thing. It was a lot of things I would ask for, obviously. But then one of the main things I always wanted to get, and I was always so happy to unwrap, was the Hannah Montana blonde wig. If you know, you know, okay? It's the wig that you put on and you think you're gonna be Hannah. Like, honestly, I would throw on the wig. I'm not even kidding. I almost wish I was kidding. I would throw on the wig and I would think, okay, now I'm finna be a blonde pop star. It's happening. Okay, they're gonna call me. Disney is gonna call me any moment now. And they're going to ask me to be an understudy for Hannah Montana. Girl, you black. Number one. And two, what? Like, it's not gonna happen. But me and my little 8-9-year-old mind, yeah, I thought I was gonna be a guest star in Hannah Montana. I remember I would pretend like I had a radio show. I would pretend like I had a radio show and I would do Hannah Montana's voice and pretend like she was a guest star. And it wasn't even a real radio show. It was just me on my karaoke mic, loud as crap. And my mom's in the other room like, yo, if you don't turn that mic down and stop talking so loud. But, and then like the singing, I would be like, and here comes Hannah. I'm just thinking back to how crazy that was. I really wanted to, at some point, do a Disney throwback show series where I pick a show from my childhood and rewatch it. And this, honestly, I was gonna go with Hannah Montana. I did think about That's a Raven because I did see a lot of you guys asking for that as well. And I feel like that will be something at some point. Not sure when. But the reason I chose was, let's just start off with this. I can never say this show name without sounding like I'm saying whoop, 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 or whoop, 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 whoop. I don't know why. I don't know why this is so hard for me. Wizards of Waverly Place. I said it clear that time. But if I'm just in conversation talking about it, I'm like, Wizards of Waverly Place. Wizards of Waverly Place. Why can't I not say it right? Like, if I sit there and intentionally try to say it right, I can usually say it right. But if I'm just talking, Wizards of Waverly Place. So anyway, the reason I chose Wizards of Waverly Place to talk about first is because out of all the Disney girls, I did feel like I related to Alex the most. I do feel like she raised me. I do. We have a lot of things in common between feeling like the outcast in a way, the love for whimsical things and magical things, the love for junk food. I feel like this was right up my alley. Like, I mean, those of you who've been following me for years, I mean, don't you kind of feel like me and Alex are like this? Because I do. I feel like anyone who knows me, like really knows me, would be shocked to see me not choose her to talk about first, because we are literally like this. Like, before there was Lorelai Gilmore, I related to Alex Russo a lot. Every time I start the show over, I always forget just how little Max looks. Like, how little, like, he's not Jake T. Austin, how we see him, like, in The Fosters, which I did not really watch The Fosters. I was a switched at birth kind of girl. But I do know that he was in it, I think, for the first few seasons, or the first season before, like, some other stuff happened. I'm not going to get into, his private business. But he was in that show, and, he had this major glow up, and everybody was just, like, I know, like, especially... I ain't gonna lie, I kind of was like, okay, hey Jake, how you doing? But anyways, yeah, so this is him before the glow up. He's so cute and tiny and little. I hope that we're able to do this. I hope that they're not super strict. I've never really talked about Disney on the channel before, so I don't know how strict they are with taking stuff down, you know, and not letting you put it up. So I'm going to try to be careful, and we'll just see how this goes. So this may have more scenes, this may have less scenes, just depending on how this all goes. And moving forward, I'm not sure. I do want to dive into this show if I'm able to. The fan blowing is sending me, y'all. You know, looking back, how did she have a nose job? And they're like, what, 15, 14 years old?
That's not in the spirit of the crazy 10-minute sale.
Yeah, whatever.
She kind of chew it. Like she's a mean girl. Duh.
I've won like 300 times, and you've won none, so it's not really a fight.
I can't even lie. She kind of eat with that.
She has won an awful lot.
And I know like a lot of parents did not want their kids watching I'm about to say whoop whoop whoop, but a lot of people did not want their kids watching this show because, you know, Alex was the main character and it was following her life, and she was so sneaky, and yeah, she lied to her parents a lot and stuff like that. Like I remember even in my family, like it was a thing where I had a family member who did not want me watching this show, and they got really mad when they caught me watching it. It wasn't my parents, but yeah, so they got really upset because, you know, she is sneaky, but it's what is making the show, because what would the show be if all the kids were just so perfect and da-da-da? But this was that era where kids were taking the forefront of TV shows and they had their own network. So, I mean, what else were they going to do? But also at the end of every episode, Alex usually learns something from it, or, you know, there's a consequence. It's not like she's just doing all these bad things and nothing ever happens to her, or she never learned something.
Oh, Wizards Weekly.
I loved stuff like this when I was watching the show, like how they had Wiz Tech. Actually, I hated the Wiz Tech episodes. I'm so sorry. I know somebody somewhere is like punching their laptop right now, but or punching their phone screen, whatever you're watching this on. Yeah, I didn't care for that. Was like my thing, and honestly, we're probably gonna skip it. I did not care for Wiz Tech. Do I love Harry Potter? Yes. Did I care for Wiz Tech? No. Two things can be true at the same time. I could not stand it. It's like every time that little special would come on, I'd be like, oh my god. I'd be like, here we go again.
That looks like something you get out of a cereal box.
Literally. It does.
Come on, they don't even make these anymore.
I can see why.
And a lot of stories I'm tired of hearing.
They used to be clowning him, I'm not gonna lie. And then he took the fuck off.
If I look ugly, I don't want to look twice as ugly.
I think that was in one of the teasers. I remember they used to do those little, oh my god, I miss Disney so much. They used to do little commercials, and like they would show a little teaser from the episode. And I think that was this is one of the scenes they kept playing over and over on the commercial breaks for other shows. The best part for me after watching an episode of Whoop is when I would, after it went off, I'm not even gonna lie, I sat there and tried to practice the spells, and I would keep saying it over and over again. I would be so upset when nothing happened. She said my pout record is like 4 days. She's so real.
Wait, you're not wearing that, are you?
No.
Honestly, I think that was the moment when I first watched this show. I think that was when she closes her jacket and she's like, no. And that was the part that made me want to watch the show.
It's a chance for you and me to spend some time together, you know? Chill.
Ooh. So basically there's a crazy 10-minute sale. If you have not seen the episode, I'm just explaining for those people. But yeah, there's a crazy 10-minute sale, and Alex is not allowed to go, and Jerry told Teresa to back him up on that she's not allowed to go. And then she shows up to the crazy 10-minute sale, and Harper is there knowing that Alex is on the way and she's gonna get caught. By the way, I want to say that I know a lot of people hate on Harper's outfits, or that it's supposed to be a running gag that like she wears the worst clothes. Is it wrong that I kind of like a lot of them? Or like there's a good portion of them I could actually point out and say I really like? I told you guys I'm not a fashion guru. I've said that so many times.
I saw your rainbow socks from down the block.
Oh my god, and then as soon as I hit play, there's that running gag again about them not liking her outfits.
Steamed milk
freaking tap water.
She must have went up there and they just gave her anything. Harper sent Teresa off to go find a cappuccino. And so I'm guessing the person who she went to go get it from, they had no idea what she was talking about. They just gave her tap water and steamed milk. That is just disgusting.
Either I just found Dad's wand or I cracked my butt knuckle.
And I'm trying to figure out, is this happening around the same time that David Henry, the guy playing Justin, is this the same time that he was filming for his little intro scenes with How I Met Your Mother? Or did that happen before this? Or like, was it happening at the same time? I don't know. I'm just wondering like the timing of all this.
I think we're all gonna learn something real soon. I'm gonna give you permission to miss today's lesson and go to that sale.
Oh, don't you just hate when parents do that? Oh. And he was gonna give her money to go? Dang.
Way worse than me breaking your wand, right?
He picked the perfect time to tell him about the broken wand.
Alex, one. Alex.
That is one of my favorite Jerry moments when he does that. Alex won, Alex won, Alex. Oh, I don't know why. I love when he does that.
8 minutes left in the crazy 10-minute sale. 8 minutes.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say earlier. Earlier, I was like, wait, I was going to say something when we were looking at them. So that lady, oh my God, where is she? This lady right here is so freaking funny. She makes multiple cameos. I don't know what the thing, I want to look that up. I'll probably have the answer next episode. But she would make random cameos and she was so monotone. It was so hilarious. I don't know why. She's one of the more underrated, I feel like, parts of the show that I just found hilarious.
What do you think she'd like? For you to leave?
I think that was another part when I first watched this show that made me be like, oh yeah, I'm watching this. This is hilarious. The way she pushed her, and the way she's just like a little doll.
It's an MP3 player.
I remember I had an MP3 player and I kept playing Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson on it on repeat. Like, I don't know what happened. One night I just kept playing it and playing it and playing it.
I thought it and then I said it.
And the fact that Harper is just down for the bullshit.
There's some freak show by the jeans. Let's go look.
Harper is killing me. Oh.
Those are the jeans. I'm the freak show. Everybody saw her spill that on me.
Yeah, but it's on your front.
This lady ends up bumping into Gigi, and then water gets spilled all over her, and then she's like sitting there like, yeah, everybody saw her spill that on me, and then her stupid friend is like, yeah, but it's on your front.
It does look like you went.
And this whole time I've been trying to figure out, where do I know this girl from after this? Because she was in something, and I think it was Scream Queens. I'm pretty sure it was Scream Queens. I can't talk. If you're new here, I don't know how to speak English. So that's just that.
First attention shoppers, Gigi's real name is Gertrude.
Okay, now these sales get crazier and crazier every year.
Speaking of your mother, she's got me trying to make her a cappuccino.
Okay, so that wraps up the first episode. This is just a fun show, and I hope that this goes a long way and I'm able to do every single episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.